How many of you consider yourselves coffee drinkers? Awesome. In the US, there are around 57 million coffee drinkers, each drinking around 3 cups of coffee per day. Well, all that caffeine adds up, but so do the disposable cups. If we do a little math, we find out that around 171 million disposable plastic cups are generated each day, solely in the US. So you're hopefully thinking, Izzy, I recycle my coffee cups. If you lived in the US, you would account for the 0.25% of coffee drinkers that recycle their coffee cups, or the 427,500 cups. Now, that might seem like a lot, but let's not forget that once the recycled cups reach the landfill to be sorted, only around 50% of them are actually recycled. This is because the other 50% isn't bought out by companies and other sources, therefore sent along with the regular waste. That means that 170,572,500 cups are generated each day. 170,572,500 cups generating waste. Now, this might seem like a big problem. The fact that humanity is using waste so often to the point where it's affecting our health, our economy, and especially our environment. But let's take a step back. What if you didn't generate any of this waste? What if you strolled into Starbucks with your reusable coffee cup, got your Frappuccino, strolled out, sipping away with your reusable straw? Let's go farther than coffee. You get home, you wipe up a spill using a reusable cloth, and you start to make dinner using bulk ingredients stored in mason jars. There's a good chance this daily routine doesn't sound very familiar, but I'm on a mission to make it a normality. And this normality is living zero waste. In this lifestyle, the zero waste lifestyle, the goal is to send zero waste to landfills. I know it might sound crazy, but the zero waste lifestyle is easier and more popular than you think. For example, this is Lauren Singer. Lauren has been zero waste for 8 years, and she's barely generated enough waste to fill a singular mason jar. Lauren started her zero waste journey in college, and I don't know about you, but most college students probably don't have the time, energy, and especially the money to get through a difficult lifestyle. Lauren wants everyone to know that the zero waste lifestyle is easier and especially cheaper than you might think. Let's put it this way. If you're looking for a grocery item that comes in plastic packaging, you're paying for the item as well as the plastic. So by taking away the plastic and the other wasteful items, you're paying for the raw product. The raw product. When was the last time you bought baby carrots, packageless? Or when was the last time you went to the bulk section and bought some candy without using those plastic bags? You should be asking yourself these questions every day, but humanity is so used to the output of waste we make that we don't even think about it. In fact, some scientists say that by 2030, if we don't reduce our waste output, our waste impact on the world will be irreversible. Now, all this is a lot to handle at first, but luckily, we have some ways to get you on the road to living zero waste. B. Johnson, the creator of the zero waste lifestyle, has got some tips for you called the 5 R's. The 5 R's are to generate a line between want and need in the zero waste lifestyle. The first R is refuse. Last weekend, when you went to a birthday party handing out dollar store plastic sunglasses, it's probably for the better to say no thank you. The zero waste lifestyle is all about making a broad line between want and need, and in this lifestyle, you should only be living with the absolute necessities. The second R is reduce. Reducing is quite similar to refuse, except it's more focused on the items you actually need rather than the ones you want. For example, toothpaste. I don't know about you, but I consider toothpaste a pretty necessary item in life, but it does generate a lot of waste, coming in a plastic encasing as well as a cardboard box. So to reduce your waste, you could DIY your toothpaste and put it in a more reusable container, like your mason jar. And that is exactly what the third R is, reuse. Reusing can range from buying secondhand clothing to using a mason jar. You might not want to reuse other products like hygiene products and straws, but it's all for the good of the planet. The fourth R is recycle. So you might have been wondering, am I allowed to recycle and compost in the zero waste lifestyle? Yes, you are allowed to do both of those, but some zero waste livers like to remind each other that only around 50% of recycled items are actually recycled, as I said earlier. And finally, the fifth R, which is rot, meaning compost. Composting is essentially green waste. You put a bunch of items like banana peels and potato skins out at the curb every week to make more useful items, like soil. And this is a lot of information to handle at first. The fact that our world is in a downward spiral, the amount of coffee cups generated each day, and the 5 R's that are supposedly going to reverse all of this. But I believe that bit by bit, reusable straw by reusable straw, we can all achieve the goal of the zero waste lifestyle. Thank you.